could drop. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to record this. 1 second. Okay. All right, so it's 100 sats per byte. We're going to do, we're just going to do 20. All right, so the first step is you send Bitcoin to yourself with, zero low fees if you need, if you could. If not, if you're sending it from Coinbase, you do whatever they do. And then go back to your wallet. I think, yeah. If you go back to your ordinal wallet, it should show up immediately as a zero confirmation. So you go to extensions. Go to extensions on top. Right on top is Net Wallet. Click the extension and go to order. Unisat, right? Okay. All right. Didn't show up. Click send. Here you go. Look, 0.005 BTC. Now click send.
Yeah.
So it showed up. You saw that? Now click send. You'll
Yeah.
see. Look, you'll see in a second. It's, you don't really have it yet. It is. Okay. Now go back to mempool.info and put in your wallet address, and you'll see that it's unconfirmed. So click on that. Put in. There you go. Unconfirmed. Okay, what we're going to do now is you, William, you want a trading jacket,
yep.
And us, Sidepit, is selling your trading jacket. So you're going to now send. You're going to paste in the address, the minting address. Do you have it? I could send it to you.
Yeah, can you send it?
I'll send it in. I'll just tweet it. I'll tweet it under the. You see that? BC1 PEP.
Where'd you tweet it?
I just hit the button for underneath the event, the spaces. Yeah, and you could invite anyone else up there want to.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, so you have one unconfirmed transaction. It's sitting there. People think, so today, nobody knows how to use Bitcoin. They're just waiting. Oh, the transaction's not there. I have to wait. You don't have to wait. Shit. Paste the address and just spend it. And not only are we going to spend it, we're going to say custom fee.
Okay, I'm just copying it now. So send recipient and then custom fee.
Like 20 sats for virtual byte. You see there, they say slow is 85. We're saying no. Put the amount in, click max.
Yep.
Okay, notice there's two balances. You have an available and an unavailable. Turns out Unisat separates the ordinals from the Bitcoin. This is how we're able to use the same address twice for both. Okay, so we have a you received Bitcoin unconfirmed, right? Far away from the mempool,
yep.
Maybe 10, 20 hours away, maybe days away, and now you're going to spend it again with a really low fee, right? So you're sending money to the minting address that hasn't been confirmed yet. Click next.
Yeah.
Go ahead with a low fee. Ooh, whoa, reject. One second. You got to go back. Go back. Sorry. You want to do it again, but you want to say a custom fee.
Oh.
Yeah, 20, but you want to click RBF, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then the amount is max.
Yep.
Sign and pay. You see, it's giving you a big warning. Warning, you're paying too little. Like literally, okay, so all the wallets, they're obsessed with this. So they're warning you that you're paying too little and forcing everyone to pay up, which creates this cycle. There's no reason to pay. We're
Yeah.
accepting your transaction with a low fee with zero comp, and we're giving you the item with a low fee with zero comp. And if you want to double spend, you get, we take back the jacket and it's like a refund. It's all good on both ends. There's no like contention. There's no reason for anyone to pay the miner in this transaction. It turns out this is more than 90% of transactions that happen on Bitcoin. There's no reason to pay a high fee. We just pay high fees because our wallets are broken. So here, click sign and pay. Okay, there you go. View it on Block Explorer. Now you see. So now there's two unconfirmed transactions. One you just spent as unconfirmed with another unconfirmed. And now the minting address is going to turn around and it's going to acknowledge the receipt. And then it's going to mint your jacket. So that's enough for us. Like, so on the receiving side, we're sophisticated enough to know that money that you just sent is not yours. It doesn't matter if it falls out of the right. It doesn't matter if it falls out of the mempool. It doesn't matter if it's not in a block. It's up to us, the receiver. It's already the money's already ours. There's no wait. No one has to wait. Right? You already spent the money. It's instantaneous. It's no longer yours. There's no concept of a confirmation. It has to go into a block. That's only if you're dealing with like a hostage situation or you're dealing with some fraudster that can double send you. But most of the time, the risk is very low for a long time, and then you deal with it on the receiver side, not the sender side. So anyway, so there you go. So you just purchased a jacket from your thing. Congratulations. Let's see. So what's really going to happen is it waits for like 50 of them. But I'm going to push it forward. See what I could do for you. Does that make sense to anyone?
It makes sense to me.
Java. Okay, let's bring this guy. Let's bring Rishba up. Who's running the show?
Okay. All set.
Hey guys, sorry, got here a little late. I was wondering, is the MVP going to be public for people to go in and try?
Yeah, right now. So that's our next thing that we're doing. So you got it. Let's do it. Go to Sidepit. So go to sidepit.com/trade. The problem is there's a little bug. In order to make trades, you're going to have to log into the test server. But let me just show you what's going on here. Yeah, I'll paste it. I'll paste the link I'll make a tweet of the link. It's going to be basically frontend.io/. test.sidepit.com. But there you go. Okay, so are you seeing that screen, the trade demo?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so the price that's blinking on the clock, that's the current price of Bitcoin. The price underneath the clock, that's the simulated future price. So what we're going to trade is we're going to trade Bitcoin in December. And the only difference between the price of Bitcoin in December and the price of Bitcoin today is interest rates. So if you do the math, you go from 65,000 to 70,500. That's the current price of Bitcoin in December.
Sorry, I think for the link you dropped, we need a username and password.
Yes, that link you do. So the username is test user. And the password's a data having. It's 04/19/2024. Let me know when you're in and I'll tell you what to do. So
Yep, there now.
So choose a trader handle and put in your Twitter handle for now. Okay, so the price of Bitcoin is 65,000. The price of Bitcoin in December is 70,400. We're trading the price of dollars in December. So if you look at last, that's 1,425 satoshis per dollar, and that equals 70,175. So, Rishba, what do you want to do? Do you want to buy the dollar and short Bitcoin, or do you want to buy Bitcoin and short the dollar?
Wait, could you say that again? Sorry, I was still exploring your...
Do you want to buy Bitcoin and short the dollar, or do you want to short Bitcoin and buy the dollar?
Okay. Probably would like go long on Bitcoin if like the price is 64 and you're saying the simulated future price is 70.
Exactly. So you want to go long Bitcoin, you want to short the dollar. So you put a price of, so the best bid is you want to sell. You're going to sell, so put size of 1, and then you have to decide what price you want to sell at. So put size of 1, and to decide what price you want to sell at, let's say you want to sell at 70,400. You go into that little underneath last. There's a little like a calculator next to BTC. Put in 70,400, and it's going to give you what the price of our contract is, which is 1420. So if you sell at 1420, you're going to be the best offer. You won't get filled. So if you want to get filled, you got to sell at 1418, which is 70,000. 70. Okay, you want to 1418, 70,522, 20. Sorry. You want to buy. You want to short the dollar. Okay, yeah. So you want to buy Bitcoin. Exactly.
I'm doing this on the right side of the screen, right? In the use wallet section.
Yeah, that's on the right side, but on the left side, I'm doing the math. You see the little those SAT dollar and dollar BTC? That's a little calculator. Yeah. So our contract is 1425 last, which is 70,175 last. So
what's 1425? Like
that's the number of satoshis per dollar. So
okay, I see.
So the calculator does it for you. It's basically 100 million divided by 14. It's the calculator. It's basically, we're trading, since our currency that we're using is Bitcoin, we're trading the dollar, which is equivalent to 1425 is equivalent to 70,175. So if you want to buy Bitcoin, you want to short the dollar. So if you want to sell at 1418, go ahead. You could do that, or that will give you a position. Hurry up.
And when I'm selling, is there any on-chain transaction yet, or I'm just signing a message?
At this point, you're not even doing either because you didn't connect your wallet, but you would be signing a message and not an on-chain transaction. We could get that in a second.
Okay.
Did it not work? Did you try it?
Yeah, I think I did. I don't know if I did it correctly though.
Hold on. Could be that. Oops. Could be that somebody crashed it already. Not that hard to crash. Looks like somebody may have crashed it already. 1 second. Yep. Somebody tried to. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody logged in
So,
and started crashing it. Okay, we're gonna start over. It happens. 1 second.
no problem.
Crashed again.
You're fine.
Okay, now the market started over. I gotta restart the bot. So our bot basically is a market making bot, and it just quotes both sides of the market. Okay, there we go. All right. So 1418 by 1421. I see more.
Yeah. No, I think I was selling for 1418.
Go ahead, do it. Yeah, sell 1418. Okay, I have my
Yeah, I saw it show up from pending to block orders,
no,
and
you
then
crashed. You
disappeared.
crashed. You crashed.
Okay.
Um, sorry. This is a live demo. Okay, I'm gonna try.
You're totally fine.
I'm gonna try to do it myself. Hold on a second. Okay, Twitter handle, front end test, Twitter handle JVNY, 1418, size. Okay, I just sold at 1418. Of course, it works for me. Okay, yeah, it keeps crashing. Hold on. So, oh, you're connected to your wallet? Is that it?
I just realized. I think that would be it. Maybe.
Yeah, we're asking you to use your Twitter handle. So there's two. Yeah, there's two ways to trade. You could
I
either,
see.
yeah,
Okay.
that was the more advanced thing.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I feel it work now.
Wait. You gotta start over. Okay. Let's see what we got going. All right, hold on a second. Okay, why don't you just make a market then? So put your Twitter handle in. Okay, put your Twitter handle in. Sell at 1418, and I will fill you. Yeah, no, nothing's working. Okay, so now we have 1418 and 1425. See if you can get a fill. Okay, I mean, I'm trading right now. So the last trade was 1416. Hold on. 14, okay, I'm going to start the market maker again.
Hey, also, there's no leverage here, right?
Well, either there's no leverage or there's infinite leverage, right? There will be some leverage. In production, there'll be leverage. So each contract is worth 10,000 US dollars in December. So every tick is 10,000 Satoshis because it's priced in Satoshis, so Satoshi per dollar. And the margin requirement is going to be around $5,000 worth of Bitcoin. So it's going to be 2-to-1 leverage in a sense. There's a maintenance margin and an initial margin. I see reset. There you go. You're in. Reset driver size 1, 1418.
Yeah, I think I was able to execute a trade.
We'll go to closed orders or open orders, and you'll see what's your position.
I see. Yeah, I see the open orders as sell 1418.
Okay, you're still okay. Yeah, you're still. I'll
Yeah, and then
I'll
yeah,
show you.
I could try and I could try one at like a lower price to close something.
Oh, you see the market just moved against you. Look at that.
Yeah, just close the position.
Okay, so you're long. So you are short 1 at 1416. All right. So if Bitcoin, if the price goes down to 1415, that means Bitcoin is now at 70,671 in December. That means Bitcoin went up, and you just made 10,000 Satoshis. So for every tick up, every tick down, you make 10,000 Satoshis. Every tick down is $1, and every tick up, you lose 10,000 Satoshis. And at the end of the trading session, the P&L is what matters. And you either take, if you want to take it back to your wallet, or you want to keep it locked in the exchange, it's up to you. So it works in trading sessions, and that's the settlement. So settlement happens at the end of the session. And, you know, for now, you could think of it like when you start the day, you lock up your margin for the day. And then when trading is over, everybody like, you know, like in golf, everyone just like scores their card. And then you settle the P&L, you know, so that's kind of the idea. And the way we're able to solve MEV and solve HFT and solve, you know, manipulation is by, you know, making a distributed network, but also making it that nobody could control their own settlement. The control of the settlement given to the miners is what causes miner front running. So Sidepit is the decentralized exchange because it actually first and foremost it actually solves exchange. So it's an open, transparent you know, limit order book without front running or manipulation. And that whole part of how that works is what you see when the pending and the block orders. That's the whole theoretical backend. And obviously, most end users won't need to see that, but that's for the demo.
So, do the transactions are executed on the mainnet, like at the end of the day?
That's not necessarily. So there'll be like a data availability thing if you need it, like a hash. But as far as the transactions executing in this iteration, the only thing that executes on mainnet is the deposits and withdrawals and the P&L. So if you close your position, if you know at the end of the day there's P&L, and that's what gets sent back to your wallet on demand. But the whole idea of the mainnet is not going to be able to confirm. There's no security on the mainnet as to the actual result of the trading session. Right, that has to happen on a secondary consensus. The only thing we could do on the mainnet is settlement. So we decentralized the matching engine and the limit order book, and as far as the settlement goes, we're punting that to the best trust minimized. They call it a two-way peg, right, which doesn't exist. So in some iterations, this could be a centralized custodian. It could be a federation, a multi-sig. At this point right now, what we're doing today, it's just trust, right? Trusting each other, right? And it turns out this is exactly how we traded back in 2010 in Bitcoin OTC. So when everyone's on the same page trying to do the same thing, a lot of these theoretical issues fall away. So what we're doing is, everyone's balances, everyone's positions, everyone's margin that's locked up. So there's a theoretical limit as to the move of the day. And today, like, the limit is 1,000 on the downside and 2,000 on the upside. 1,000 is 1,000 satoshis per dollar, which is $100,000. $100,000 for Bitcoin. 3,000 is $33,333. And you see that market maker just keeps making markets. So that's kind of like the theoretical risks.
So the market maker essentially helps finalize the orders and
The market maker is just a Python bot.
Okay.
That's connected to the same API as this GUI. There's nothing special about it.
Okay. Would it also sort of be picking up arbitrages between orders? Like, for example, I'm selling for lower than someone else is willing to pay for. Would it sort of make the delta?
Yeah, you mean like front running, or you mean
No.
arbitrage against a different exchange?
I would say arbitrage between orders, right? Like, for example, right now the lowest buy is 14.10, but I'm like, what if I sold for lesser, like 14.08? Just posted an order at a lesser price. I know it's
If you post an order, so in general, this is a continuous limit order book. So this is a real continuous limit order book. So when you sell for 14.08, you will get filled. The first 18 will get filled at 14.16. The next 10 will get filled at 14.10. So it's not even possible for him to fill you at 14.08. So this is a real limit order book. It's not like a partially signed Bitcoin transaction that you guys are used to. No, this is an actual fair market mechanism where the best bid is 14.16. The next price cannot be below that unless that's canceled. It's impossible.
I see. And this is also I guess you had a Twitter exchange with Casey, or the PSPDs being super easy to front run.
Yes.
Yeah, that discussion sort of brought me here, and I started looking into what you guys do.
Oh yeah.
And
So
then,
there's no way to do trading on blockchain. It's never been done. It doesn't work. PBST is even worse, where it's just a free for all. Just like what happened during the. You familiar with what happened in runes during the halving?
like you mean all the front running with the mints?
Yeah, with the mints, exactly. So that's what happened with the halving. Everyone was trying to get that first whatever rare sat or the first rune, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens on every single second of every single trade if you try to create an order book on chain. It's continuously just chaotic front running with no stability and no sense of anything, and definitely doesn't create price discovery. And that's what people are all concerned about when they say 10 minutes to manipulate the markets. It's crazy what they're trying to do with PBST. But even if you had Solana, even if you had a faster chain, you still can't do it, which is why they don't even try it. Like they haven't even tried to do an order book on Solana because it obviously doesn't make sense. So they do AMMs and they do different things to make it, other ways to do exchange. And it turns out none of those ways actually are as resilient as continuous limit order books, centralized limit order books they call it.
Yeah.
So we have a cloud, but we distributed the cloud. But if you distribute the cloud, we need a new type of consensus mechanism, because you can't use blockchain. Because if you use blockchain, the miner wins every single time. So instead, we have a three-step consensus. First, you have pending, which is the mempool, and at the end of the second, we come to consensus on the mempool to complete the entire mempool, and then we auction off, and this is the mining part. We auction off the ordering of events, and you pay number of satoshis per nonce. So you pick a nonce, you pick the amount you want to pay, and the winner gets to seed the block with that nonce, which orders the transactions with SHA-256 canonical, and then at the end of the second, it's final. So all the gaming, all the manipulation, all the quantitative market making stuff is happening in the background in the Python stuff, right? In the market makers. And what we're saying is the result of this is going to be better than you would get today at centralized exchanges and at decentralized exchanges for everyone involved.
I see. So essentially, it's like the order book itself now is not on Bitcoin, so to say, but it's on the on a different consensus mechanism that you guys have developed, like a Bitcoin L2.
It's a big,
Is that correct?
exactly like a Bitcoin L2.
Okay, I see. And then okay, I just to like maybe clarify my understanding, I feel like even with the light pools, he was saying that we need to have like a separate node being run that's gossiping with like the other nodes. But I feel like that's sort of like saying, I don't know, that's like a separate chain of some sort that's also running that people would have to run to participate in that
I didn't get
system.
that. You cut off there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, no, I hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to clarify my understanding, right? So, like, what I kind of understood was that even with what he was suggesting, it was like right now, like with ordinal trading, it's also PSBT based, right?
Right.
But the PSBTs are retained by Unisat, like a centralized entity, and you can't get access to the PSBTs unless you're like you're like completing the trade. I think he was just suggesting that instead of that, what if we just made that decentralized in a way where like you let people run their own um, nodes that were gossiping with each other.
If they're gossiping with each other and not publicly, right? But if they're gossiping publicly, then it doesn't do anything, right? Yeah, it makes sense. It basically becomes what's it called? The local Bitcoins. It's just local Bitcoins. You have to find someone that wants to do a
Mm-hmm.
swap with you.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, it is at the end of the day, it is essentially that. Like it's like an order book that's like retained by multiple individuals.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
cool. That's a dealer market. That's fine. You just find a dealer that has your rune, and you buy it from him. But there's no price discovery, and there's no exchange. It's just dealers, and we just have to understand that's what's happening. This is the reason why you really want a centralized exchange for at least one centralized exchange. Then if you don't have it, you just have decentralized exchange. You end up with something like Hex, which could be completely manipulated. Um, so the whole purpose of exchange is to have at least some sort of price discovery. So what we're saying is with Sidepit, although like we don't expect everyone to use Sidepit, but only the professionals and the people that need liquidity. But what the result is the price feed. So you could feed your perpetual swap exchanges and your DEXs and your AMMs. But with runes, what I think what's missing is price discovery. It doesn't exist anywhere, and there's no way to do it in a decentralized way. Um, and that's what they're going to try to do on Solana. You'll see they're going to do it. They probably already launched it. They probably launched an AMM already on Solana for runes. And that's where all the VC funding is going, is because of the MEV, it's free manipulation.
Oh, wait, did you say that like they launched a AMM on Runes, but on an L2? Is it, or where did they launch that?
I haven't seen it. I'm making a prediction here. I predict that
Okay.
there'll be a runes exchange on Solana within a couple of minutes. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised. And then you'll have like a bridge that gets hacked in 3 months.
right.
Hacked. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh well.
So what's your position now? You're the
Um,
short one. It doesn't give you the average price. The short one.
no, I haven't seen that right now. I think I have a few closed orders, and yeah.
Yeah, you short at what, 4.6, 4.18, 4.16. So this is basically, this is almost ready for production. And all you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to sign everything, right? And then at the end of the trading session, um, you go back, you use the ordinal wallet, you could bring it back into your trading jacket. I don't know if did you even hear about the trading jackets yet?
Sorry, say that again, please. What was the question?
You heard about the trading jackets, the ordinals that we have?
Oh no, I haven't yet. No.
Yeah, so we're saying in order to get access to the exchange, you need a trading jacket, which basically is your ordinal wallet address with
That's cool.
yeah. So that's and Unisat is awesome because it allows you it segregates your ordinal from your Bitcoin balance. So we
Mm-hmm.
actually use the ordinal address as your wallet and your identity, and it's gated. It'll be gated by holders of this jacket, so it becomes a private, members only professional exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, planning on paying taker rebates. That's the plan. But we want to do a competition, a trading competition. Are you interested in joining?
Yeah, sure. Sounds cool. When are you guys thinking of having it?
We just gathered. So we sold 40 jackets like in March. So supposedly there's 40 traders that are interested. We just got to gather them all together. And we're just coming up with the rules. I'm thinking something like a poker tournament with like a top heavy payout. Um, Still trying to figure it out because they are gameable, but if you make it for real money, it's not really gameable. But then if you make it for real money, um, it's you need to
Yeah.
you need a measure. You can't allow the guy with the most money to win, so you have to be like average, something like average um, risk, right? Return per risk or something, or I'm not sure.
That would be cool. Like, I, I'm cool with whatever you guys decide. Maybe you could even do like a paper money tournament, and then a lot more people would be interested, like doing it on like maybe testnet with like
Yeah,
testnet
yeah.
BTC.
I
That is
wanted
more
to
of a
give the
game,
winner.
though.
I wanted to give the winner like 100x. I wanted to say, hey, $300 jacket. The winner gets 70 grand, right? That's like what I was trying to get at. But yeah, I hear you. You could
Oh,
do
that would be sick. Yeah, yeah. Especially, I was thinking you're gonna give away like one or two jackets, but yeah,
no, it's
giving
gonna
them
be
a
like a
bunch.
poker
That's really cool.
tournament. We're gonna get like the more entries, the higher the payout.
Ah, I see. Okay, you just make up a big pot, and then okay. But would it be like pay to play or like to enter, or
Okay, so
what's the
this is
plan?
how it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work where you need a jacket to get in, which costs
Uh
like
huh.
$300, and then um, and then you could trade, but could only lose up to $300, right? But
Yeah.
winning, you get to keep your profit above. You get to keep all profits, and you get to keep
Mm-hmm.
all profits, but you can't lose more than 300. Once you lose 300, you have to rebuy. So the pot grows as the so if you do the math and if you do the game theory, you figure out who wins these things. It's the guy that takes the most risk. But if you think about it, the guy that's taking the most risk is going to blow up very fast, and he's going to rebuy. So maybe it's better to take less risk and just ride it out. And that way, we want to encourage you to come back and not take too much risk. Um,
Yeah.
Something like that. So you can't get in once you're in. There's no other way in. You have to rebuy. So if you blow up, if you lose $3,000, I mean, you know, you're
Mm-hmm.
you have to pay $3,000 to get back in, right? Which
Yeah.
who knows? And that's kind of what we're looking at. And it's going to be at the end of the day. I've done this before. So in order for market making to work correctly, you have to have as a market maker as a market maker, you need to enable high margin, right? At least 4 to 8 orders at once. Um, and so the way BitMEX does this is they say we only count taker volume. We only count. You only could win the contest um, if you're based on your taker volume, not your maker volume, in a sense.
I see. Because I mean that would be kind of obvious, right? Like you want the trades to close, and then yeah, at the end of the day, and then also like for you to close the positions eventually. So you probably need to do volume on both sides.
Well, it's a Byzantine general. It's an asynchronous communication problem. Like you want to be able to bid bid 1,400 and offer 1,500, even though you only have margin for one, right? Um, let's say something like that. And what happens is the takers start hacking this, and they basically force themselves to be over leveraged. But it's a contest, and there will be a lot of attacks, and that's kind of it. Also, solves the thing. And what we're going to do is we want humans to be involved all the time. So we're going to open trading with the CME
Yeah.
every morning and close it with the CME every night, and then come back the next day. Something like that. What do you think?
That would be interesting too. I just feel like given T-Chance, if it is something that's like I don't know, shorter, more high energy, you'd probably get some more hype on it. But even what you're proposing sounds pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's we're doing this because we're trying to prove that our exchange will have better fills on average than Coinbase, even though our spreads will always be wider. And we just want to highlight the fact that when you look at and you see a Coinbase spread, it's mostly fake. Not necessarily fake. It's fleeting, right? If your trade is good, you're not going to get the fill you see most of the time.
Yeah.
And then what happens is when there's a big move, when there's a gap, like a flash pop or a flash crash, right? That's something that we're going to avoid at Sidepit. So that's how we're able to beat the Coinbase over time. And what we're saying is this auction process is a secondary market within the market. So if you think about it, it's a market of, we're creating a market for what goes into the cloud, a free open market of the mempool into the cloud. So the secondary market is another free market on top, which should end up with the best market price. And if that works, we just solved the exchange. And it's been 20-year journey, and we're finally here. So we're really excited to have everyone. And anyone else wants to come up.
I'm excited for where this goes. Cool stuff, Jay.
Oh, no problem.
How big is the team?
So we're still like finalizing like a larger round. So we're a pretty small team. There's like 3 devs and Williams on the team. Sophal is a junior dev. Almost everyone here is on the team. So we're like six deep.
That's cool. I was just curious, so I asked. Right.
Awesome. Reach out.
Yeah, it's 3 a.m., so I think I'm gonna jump off. But
No problem. Where are you
cool,
calling in
guys.
from? London?
No, I was just in London. I'm in Dubai now for a little bit.
Dubai. Okay, perfect. Oh, awesome. Well, great to see you. You're the first trader live on Sidepit. Congratulations. You want to close out your position? Yeah. Take a loss. You got to take a 2-tick loss. Sorry. No problem.
Yeah, congratulations.
You get a jacket.
Thanks, guys.
You get a jacket.
Oh, really? Okay, that's super cool. Thanks, guys.
All right. Later.
All right. Thank you all. Let me go on and tweet that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
See you guys. Thank you. Y'all have a good night. Bye.
Have a good one.
Yep. Thank you.
That's awesome. So yeah, it worked out. We gotta go through fix some of the bugs, but somehow it ended up working. So if you guys also want to trade, you can't trade through Sidepit.com right now. You have to trade through front end test.
I'm gonna put some BTC in my wallet and test it
You don't
out.
need BTC in your wallet to test it out.
Right. I mean, I had to go set up the wallet.
So for right now, just choose a Twitter handle, choose a trader handle instead of connecting your wallet, and you could start trading. So I don't know what he meant by the gens wanting faster stuff. Exactly. If we do 24/7, it's
All right, so I'm actually on the demo right now with my wallet. Sharing it on Discord too.
Hold on, let me see Discord. Okay, you're not gonna be able to trade. You gotta go here, change your link to You're not going to really trade. You're going to have to change it to test front end at Sidepit.com. I'll send it to you on Telegram.
Okay.
Here, test front end.test.sidepit.com. Okay, I just gave you the link. I'm going to send you the login password. Test user 0419-2024. We had this password 0419-2024 for months. And we predicted the day of the halving.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, test user.
Yeah. Test.
If everyone wants to watch this, it's on stage in the Discord, and it's 0419-2024. Okay, trade.
Trade.
And just choose a handle, trader handle.
Okay. Handle. Let's do.
I mean, for the contest, it's gonna go ahead.
It's a Dune reference.
Dune. I just downloaded. I gotta watch it. I have like 40 apps.
Oh, you haven't watched it
I
yet?
just started
Man,
watching
okay.
it. It's not. I mean, I gotta smoke weed or something. It was a little slow, but I'll do it.
Wait, are you talking about part 1 or part 2? You thought part 2 was slow?
I mean, I just watched like the first 10 minutes.
Okay, all right. I mean, okay, yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, it's like slow in that sense that it's unraveling a lot of plot over the span of like 2.5+ hours.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to figure. I don't know. I never watched Dune once. I had no context as to what the hell is going on when this guy started flying. When the guy started flying, I was like, holy shit. So
you should you should watch it tonight, because it's inspired by like Frank Herbert's novels in the 70s, and he was a journalist, and he based it off of like the coming of the Messiah based on like the Islamic religion, and it takes place in space, so it's like a space movie about like the Messiah.
So I should watch the first one you're saying before I finish the second one?
I mean, yeah, honestly, if you want the best experience out of it, you should probably watch the first. But like the second one does give you enough context that you don't need to watch this first, but I would recommend it.
I'll watch the second. I only have 48 hours left on my rental. Okay, so what do you want to do now? So it's a simple question. It's just binary. It's always going to be binary with Sidepit. Do you want to go long Bitcoin or do you want to short Bitcoin? That's it. Do you think Bitcoin's going up or down?
Yeah.
Make a decision and you do the opposite because we're trading the dollar.
So, but it's still saying choose a handle or connect your wallet, but I already chose a handle.
You're ready to go. So, yeah,
I'm ready to go.
What you want to do?
Okay. All right, I'll long.
You want to long which? The dollar or Bitcoin? Okay,
Bitcoin.
So you're going to sell the dollar, so put a price. It doesn't really matter what price you put in. It has to be below 14.17 because that's the best bid.
14.16. I'll do that.
And put size of whatever you want. Each one is about $10,000 worth.
All right, just try one.
Let's see. Fingers crossed. There you go. Now click open orders. No. Now you're short one. Look at that. You're short one. You're short one. Yep. What? You're short 10,000. 1 times 10,000 US dollars. Now click on closed orders. Notice you put a price of 14.16, but look at your average price.
Yeah.
14.17. This is why clubs are much better. If this was a partially signed Bitcoin transaction, if this was something else, you would have got 14.16. Here you always
Oh,
get the best price. Doesn't matter what price you put in. So now, so what are you actually now? You're actually long Bitcoin at 1417. So there's you could put in right under last. You could put in 1417. Oh, you see the price right there. So you're long Bitcoin at 70,572, right? However, if you look at the current price of Bitcoin is 70,520. The current price of Bitcoin in December is 70,520, which means the current price of Bitcoin is 65,100. So yeah, it's a little complicated, but all you have to know is every tick up, you're short one. Every tick up, you lose 10,000 satoshis, right? And every tick down, you make 10,000 satoshis. What are we ticking? We're ticking the number of satoshis per dollar. And the best way to think of it is to think of it. What are we trading? We're trading dollars and what? We're trading dollars and Bitcoin. So what if we just said 1-to-1, one Bitcoin or one Satoshi, $1? That makes Bitcoin worth $100 million each. If you double it, you say 2 Satoshis per dollar, Bitcoin's worth $50,000 each. $50 million each. Now, if instead of two Satoshis per dollar, you add 3 zeros, so 2,000 Satoshis per dollar. You remove 3 zeros from the 50 million. Now you have 2,000 Satoshis per dollar equals $50,000 per Bitcoin. And then 1,000 Satoshis per dollar equals $100,000 per Bitcoin. So we're right in between there, right? We're between 2,000 and 1,000. We're at 1417. And there's a calculator there to show you. So BitMEX has the same contract. They just, they dumb it down. But we're not going to dumb it down. We're just going to keep it as is. And eventually, traders are going to know what's your position. How, every tick is 10,000 satoshis per contract, and now you could take your Bitcoin and short. You could take your Bitcoin and buy the dollar, which is shorting Bitcoin, or you could take your Bitcoin and leverage Bitcoin by shorting the dollar. And you don't need a bank account. You don't need KYC. You don't need anything. You could just make, you're basically speculating on Bitcoin with Bitcoin in a way where you can't get manipulated. So all you have to do is be really good at predicting the price of Bitcoin, and you win. And that's what we're offering as a service to people that want to, speculate on the price of Bitcoin.
I think a lot of people are going to want to, and just once they have the means through Sidepit, it's going to usher in a lot of liquidity and through around the world, since there's no KYC. There's going to be a lot of instant players coming in.
There is KYC. It's just a different acronym. Know your crypto.
Yeah, exactly.
So you remember, in order to trade, you have to know how to get an ordinals. You have to know how to, how to like segregate your ordinals from Bitcoin. You have to know Unisat, and you have to understand my financial markets and what Satoshis are. So and you have to be a member. And all this basically makes it that by the time you get to the pits, you're kind of like sophisticated enough. And then if you want to make markets, you have to write Python bots and and all that. And if you don't want to do any of this, then there will be a pool BTFD pools, right? But those will be real KYC, right? Those will probably be securities, I would assume. I mean, if we're taking people's money and pooling it together and offering some sort of yield, that would probably be a security, and that's fine.
Yeah, my friend's listening in. right now. Colombian.
Nice. Bring them up. Okay, tonight.
Yeah, I'm
If you
trying
want
to
to see
bring
the
them
thing
up.
go crazy, I could turn on one of the another bot. And this bot will make the whole thing go nuts. Why not?
Colombian, I can pull you up so you can say hello, and we can just tell you kind of what's going on, because I know I just sent you the link out of nowhere.
Yeah, most people are not even watching the Discord stream either, so let's not forget that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we are like on Twitter.
Yeah, you can do Twitter video, right? Can you share your screen though? Okay, here, Colombian is a speaker now. What's up, dude?
Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Good. Yeah, I can hear you fine. Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
What have you been up to? What's going on here?
just demoing our new exchange, chilling out.
Space and sourcing the exchange. It was pretty interesting.
What is this exchange?
I mean, it's basically like it's like a trading exchange built upon Bitcoin. Like you can think of it as an L2 of sorts.
A
In some
trading?
sense, like for sorry.
Sorry, you're quite faint. Can you like speak up a little bit?
Yeah, it's hard to hear you, man.
Yeah, sure. I was just
Gotta
saying
talk
that
louder.
it's sort of like a Bitcoin L2 for trading, right? So like a decentralized way where you can trade on on using your Bitcoin, and there are side jackets which you can basically you'd require these jackets, some of them to trade on the platform, and you can basically trade with the Bitcoin being your wallet, and there'll be like some sort of settlement period, and you can post which like the settlements will happen, and so you can basically, instead of spending high gas fees,
Can you guys
you can
hear it?
costlessly trade Bitcoin, like short or long Bitcoin.
I can hear you. I don't
on
know
the
if Aaron
exchange.
can hear
That's
you.
what it's about currently.
Can you hear
Is
Jay,
that true?
Colombian?
It's I can hear two of you. It's quite faint. One of you are quite faint. Faint
Okay,
speaking.
yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, so basically,
Okay, just give me a second.
Aaron, you gotta fix your mic, dude. I think
I muted him so you could speak.
yeah. So basically, this is an L2. It's a basically a price discovery mechanism for
Can you hear me
buying
now?
and selling Bitcoin, for taking risk
Oh, okay.
on Bitcoin or against Bitcoin since you're using Bitcoin as your currency, we're trading the dollar. So you're buying and selling the US dollar. And if you go to sidepit.com/trade, you'll see it in action. So we just like released it just now, this first iteration of this product.
Oh, sounds good. What are the
Well,
trading
this is
fees?
the other.
Are they low?
Sorry, go ahead.
What are the trading fees like?
The trading fees depends. It's going to be like a taker rebate. So if you're just taking, the fees are basically zero. But the fees would be like 25 basis points, I think, to start.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Anyway, sounds good.
Do you trade?
No, I'm not a trader. No.
Crypto?
Yeah. I'm in Novos.
Nervous.
I like to accumulate stuff and hold.
Yeah, that's good. We love Nervous.
Yeah, Novos is great.
if you ever like are up big in Bitcoin and you think it's going to drop, what we offer is a way to temporarily lock in your dollar price. And when it drops, cover and get more Bitcoin. That's kind of what we offer for someone like you.
Oh, sounds good. I'll try it out at some point. I'll give it a go. Are you live now or?
It's a live demo. It's an MVP.
Oh.
But we're getting there. We're not.
Mm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing it. I'll give it a go. Like I say, I'm not really a trader, so I won't be a big trader on there, but I'll have a look at it, and if it's good, I can share it around. I know traders.
Are you familiar with front running at MEV and all that shit?
No. I know of it, but like I say, I'm not into trading at all, really. I'm just into like asset accumulation, finding the gems, finding the low caps that were potential, and just buying and holding.
Right. That's cool. Yeah. So that's, if you think of it, our product is for people that are traders and they don't want to get fucked every time they make a trade. So
Yeah.
for non-traders, what you do is you come in early to our exchange, you get involved, and you realize that what we have is going to be huge for those people that need it. And there's multiple ways to get involved with the ground floor here. So that's that's the opportunity. We solve like some of the biggest problems in the space. And it turns out the people that make money off the space don't really want to see us succeed. We're kind of like, what do you call it? GameStop.
The underdog.
Yeah, the GameStop underdog, exactly.
Oh, that sounds good. Well, I'll get involved, like I say, and I'll share it around. I know traders. A lot of my friends are traders,
Awesome.
so I can share it with them. Yeah.
Sound like you're from the UK.
Yeah, I'm from the UK. Yeah.
What's good over there? Is it like 3 o'clock in the morning now?
No, it's only 12:30.
Okay, it's all right. Friday night.
Sunday night, I just finished playing some pool. Oh, it was really good actually. I had a good practice.
Is that snooker?
Pool, the old pool.
8-ball.
Yeah.
Sound like a hustler there.
Oh mate, I'd give anyone a game at the moment before mumming.
Yeah, I used to lose a lot.
I'm decent. I'm double decent at the minute.
Yeah, I know about that Filipino guy. That's like the best ever. I've been watching his videos on YouTube.
Oh, Efren Reyes, yeah,
Oh,
he's sick.
really sick. Did you see
I
that?
can play shots like him. He means to do it, whereas I do it by accident.
There's this movie from like the 90s about pool halls, pool sharks. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I like pool. Strickland, you know Strickland?
Strickland?
Ed Strickland, he's the American guy.
No.
Oh, he's like the world. He's really good. He's a legend in pool.
Okay, the movie's called The Hustler, 1961. Have you seen it?
No.
You gotta watch this. Okay, 1961 is called The Hustler. It's about a pool shark in like New York, and it's Tom Cruise. It's a remake. It's not Tom Cruise, is it? It's called The Hustler, 1961. Won 2 Oscars. Yeah, it's really awesome. It really brings in like the gritty and guttiness of like a pool hall shark.
Oh yeah, I'll give it a watch. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this exchange then. So you're in like a beta now, did you say? Like a demo?
Yeah, we're gonna try to have a trading contest, like a
Oh, nice.
poker tournament almost. I don't know if you do that.
Yeah, yeah.
We want to have like entry fee and like a winner take all almost. So the more people that enter, the bigger the pot. We want to make the pot really big. Um, so it's going to be like $300 to get in, and like the winner gets like maybe 70 grand or like a whole Bitcoin or something, depending on how many people we could get. Something like that.
Well, like I say, I'll share it around, get my friends in. I know loads of traders, so yeah.
Perfect.
How you going there, William? You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just I'm on a little bit of a delay because the app on my phone keeps bugging out, right? And I can't hear Jay. So I'm listening to the conversation on my computer, which has like a 10-second delay.
But I'll shut up.
But yeah, I'm good. I'm just listening in.
Oh.
I I didn't give you like any context, right? I just gave you the invite link, but
Yeah.
this is the company that I joined after Nervos, right? So this is Jay. He founded and built it all, and it's a really alpha play. I'm not gonna lie. Like there's a lot going on here. So
Like I say, I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna get in and have a look, and I'll share it around as well. Obviously, I doubt I'll do much. I doubt I'll win much on there because, like I say, I'm not a trader. Whenever I trade, I lose, so I don't trade per se. But I know a lot of traders, so I know
well, yeah,
some good traders. Go on, what are you gonna say?
I just yeah, I appreciate it if you share it around with people. You know,
Yeah, it's no problem.
that would actually help a load, a great bunch.
Yeah, it's no problem. If my boy William's in, I'll share it around, no problem.
Perfect. William still can't hear me, huh? That's cool. I won't talk.
He can hear you, but you're just on a delay.
Oh, bring up actually solving. I don't know if he could talk, but if you wanna try to play around, make some trades.
No, I can hear you now. I turned my.
Hear you, but you're just on a delay.
Sorry, I'm running two devices.
Yeah, I understand how it's frustrating. You want to bring up actually solving, or maybe SoFal wants to say something.
Can't hear
Yo,
anyone.
dude. All right, we got the MVP.
Hell yeah! So you kept the timetable, huh? You guys actually launched on time.
We launched the MVP. The thing is, the live site, sidepit.com/trade, you can't enter trades yet, but you could do it from the front end. But yeah, we launched on time.
What's that? They actually launched on time, did they?
Yeah, literally, huh? The only fucking crypto project that manages, and still only 7 people show up in a room. I love it. Let people sleep on this shit, dude. Once it's proven, can't wait. You're like, how long have you been here for? Like fucking a year, screaming to the fucking winds about this. But you know, people want it. Nobody wants to be the one to risk it before they have some, big ass influencer tell them, all right, guys, I already bought my bags. Jump in now, so I could dump on you. You know, it's ridiculous. But I'm glad to see there's some other visionaries here. You know, people that actually can understand where this is gonna go.
Yeah, no, this is all we need. All we need is this.
Are they going to launch their own token or just a platform?
Okay, so we're selling ordinal NFT ordinal trading jackets.
Do you
So
know or
in
not?
order to get into the trading pit, you need to buy a jacket, and all the jacket holders could come together and decide what, if they want to turn their jackets into a pre-sale of a token. There's nothing we can do about it, But we're like a real company, and it's an equity company. What's going to happen is once we finish this trading competition, all the VCs are going to be, falling over themselves to give us money. So we will. We have lots of ways to share that with the community, to the point where, there'll be pools popping up that make money making markets in our new type of exchange. So we kind of like become the Citadel and the Goldman Sachses of the world. So there'll be a lot of other ways to participate, even if you're not a trader.
Jay's basically saying he can neither confirm nor deny anything, and that is all. You'll have to stick around and see.
Right now, there's no token. That's why there's nobody here. If there was a token, we'd have 70,000 people, right?
Exactly.
But there is a way to get in. It's on docs.sidepit.com. Get a jacket. So, Avi, did you see did you see what we're trading here? How it all works?
No, I haven't actually seen it yet. I saw the demo for it, but I didn't see once it's running live.
Very similar. It's on sidepit.com right now, but if you're on the phone, it's everything we do is desktop. I'm sorry, right now it's desktop.
That's fine. I'll put it up. I have it next to me. Give me a sec.
So everyone just needs to, every time you're trying to understand what's happening in front of you, you just think one Satoshi, $1, $100 million of Bitcoin. That's where you start. And then we say, okay, it's not one Satoshi, it's 1,417 Satoshis. Right? But if you go 2,000 Satoshis, that's like $50 million or $50,000 per Bitcoin. So 2,000 is 50,000. 1,000 is 100,000, so we're somewhere in between. As you go closer to 100, Bitcoin goes up, the dollar goes down. As you go closer to 2,000, the dollar goes up, Bitcoin goes down. And every tick, you make or lose 10,000 Satoshi. What is 10,000 Satoshi worth? I don't really know. If 10,000 Satoshi per dollar.
Is there, Jay? I have a random question. I don't know how feasible this is because I'm definitely not a dev. Is there a way that when you type that in, you can make like another little box there that'll automatically pull from the price and multiply that out to give you a dollar version?
I did
So
it.
I'll see how many. What was that?
Yeah, I just did it. Look at the screen. It's all there. See sats on the left side. You see sats. Put in the amount you're interested in. 1420. And the BTC price is right there. No? Oh, he's back.
Is that backwards?
So look at the last price, 1418, right?
Okay.
And look at it says 70,522, right? Let's start with that for a second. Okay, see that?
I got it. Yeah, I see it.
Okay, now that is the current price of Bitcoin in December. How do we get there? We take the price on the clock, 65,100. See that?
Okay.
And the bottom of the clock, you see that's the simulated future price. There's a closed formula to decide every single day from now until the end of the year what is the current price of Bitcoin. It has to do with interest rates. So the current price of Bitcoin is $70,520 in December. If you go to the BitMEX, this is called a futures contract. If you go to BitMEX futures contract, it'll be the exact same price. It'll be $70,500. That's the fair value of Bitcoin in December. How? Why? I'll tell you why. Because if you have one Bitcoin, right, you could lend it out and earn interest. So if you sell a contract, a futures contract, Bitcoin, you just have to deliver one Bitcoin. So you could lend it out, make interest, And the interest you're going to make from now until December will equal the price of Bitcoin plus a basis, which is $70,520. That will be a total value that you're going to have. That's how futures contracts work. It basically says, what is the value of holding a Bitcoin from now until December? That's the price. So the price.
So the difference of 5522 minus 458.
65,000, yeah, 65,100 current price of Bitcoin, and then the future price of Bitcoin is 70,520. So it's about $5,000 basis, $5,500 basis, $5,400 basis. Right. So that's the price of Bitcoin in the future. So we're trading the dollar in the future. So now we know the price of Bitcoin is 70,520, and now you go back to the price of the dollar. If you put in 70,520, you'll get 1418.04. You put in the calculator, and that is the last price of our exchange. So the last price of our exchange traded at the price of Bitcoin in December, given today's price of 65,100. And this is the basics of futures trading. If it was, so the reason why they have perpetuals, the reason why they have all these other things is because people don't want to learn this. So at Sidepit, there's a little education, but once you're there, you just know, okay, I'm long. And so right now, if you want to get long or short, it's going to be a little hard. But okay, so if you're long at 1418, right? Every ticket goes up, you make 10,000 Satoshi. Every ticket goes down, you lose 10,000 Satoshi. And going up, the price of Sidepit going up means Bitcoin's going down. And the price of Sidepit going down means Bitcoin's going up. So if you want to take your Bitcoin and buy more Bitcoin, you short the dollar. So you sell at 1417. If you want to get out of your Bitcoin temporarily because the price is going to drop, you buy our contract. So as a day trader, as a professional day trader, you get a hand of this really quickly, and then you just end up buying and selling, looking at the price, Satoshi per dollar, 1417. And that's it. So.
All right. One thing that I would ask for, just looking at this from like just the user experience, if you could put a comma in on the thousands.
Yeah. It was just done in a couple hours.
Yeah. No. I know. No worries.
You gotta understand this whole part on the right and the left, and I'm gonna turn on a bot right now, just because you hear it, and you'll see what the hell I'm talking about. So, I'm gonna turn on a bot.
You guys can go to sidepit.com and look at what he's talking about right now. Yeah. Right, Jay? We're gonna be able to see it there.
Yes, you'll be able to see it. Yeah, API. I'm gonna turn on a bot, and it's about to go crazy. It's probably gonna crash, but then you'll see that this interface is not just the user interface. It's actually a demo for investors. It will basically all the stuff I've been talking about for years, my white papers, all that is gone. Now we have a visualization of it, so we don't have to talk about it anymore. So there you go. Okay.
Oh, that's sick.
All right. So what's happening is
that fucking works. That's awesome.
But now the price is at 50,000 because it's a random bot without market making.
Yeah. Obviously, I understand. That's really cool.
Actually, I could, yeah. So what's happening is, and I'm going to shut it off for 1 second. I'm going to put a better price, 14. Okay, so now all of a sudden someone woke up, they're like, shit, the price is off, and it's going to slowly move back. There you go, it already jumped. All right, so now we're back to normal, close. Okay, so what's happening is this is high frequency, low latency, right? This is like thousands of tens of thousands of transactions a second. The problem is who gets to decide what happened first. Either you could have a miner do it or you could have an exchange do it. Both of them break exchange. So what we do is we say anyone could decide. So we have a secondary process. We have a consensus mechanism that takes all the pending orders, puts it into a block, and it auctions off the block. So 1 second is pending, second is blocked, and the third second is final. And now you have the first ever fair, decentralized price of Bitcoin.
It's very cool. It's nice to see this without my eyeballs tweaking.
Freedom. We got NFT LCD. Welcome to join. I can't put you up. My co-host is not working, so I can't add anyone. Yo,
What's up, dude?
what's up, man? Where you calling from?
Not much, not much. I just got invited in here, just listening to the genius that's going on, just trying to soak everything in.
Welcome, man. Ask away. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, you guys have been running the space for like a couple hours now, or?
It looks like it. Maybe a little more. An hour and a half.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I don't really want to ask questions now because I feel like you guys probably already answered.
Oh, go ahead, dude.
No worries, dude. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what is the whole what's the whole shtick here with Sidepit? I guess maybe you could get like as if I'm like an investor. What would be like the?
Yeah, so if you go to sidepit.com/trade, you can watch what's happening. But Sidepit is a solution to exchange that removes manipulation from Wall Street bots and from MEV bots. So we're eliminating manipulation on both sides with a new mechanism. It's called a decentralized limit order book. And what we do is we remove flash crashes and execution risks and all this other stuff. And we're recreating the trading pits, the physical trading pits, with a new consensus mechanism. And the result is
Can you explain a little bit more about that part, like creating a new chain? And yeah.
Okay, so basically the problem is that the first problem is that we don't want to have a central matching engine, because then whoever's closest wins, and that creates flash crashes. So we decentralized the order book, called a decentralized limit order book. And now we need a consensus mechanism, and we can't use blockchain, because if you use blockchain, the miners get the front run, which is even worse. So instead, we all connect to each other in a private, members-only, transparent, open protocol, where you just have to own an ordinal trading jacket, right? So everyone knows all the participants, and we connect to each other, and we start trading. What are we trading? We're trading the US dollar.
So it's like peer-to-peer kind of?
It's peer-to-peer price discovery.
Ah, okay, cool.
It's peer-to-peer price discovery, but then at the end of the day, you tell the casino owner, you say, hey guys, this is how much money we all made and lost in poker. We want to, cash out our chips. So instead of poker, it's just a trade.
That solves the liquidity answer, because I was gonna ask, like, like, how do you answer the liquidity? But you just answered my question. Okay, wow, that's cool. That's interesting.
Right. So what we're saying is that by creating this place where speculators can speculate, we end up creating a fair, transparent liquidity provider for hedgers, for institutions, ETF people, right? So if they want to do like a large trade, a large hedge of Bitcoin, they're willing to pay up to 2% usually for an OTC desk. So we're telling them we're going to give you better prices. And what that does is that creates a positive sum game for the rest of us. So we're kind of saying no more degen 100x perpetuals, no more Wall Street manipulators. It's everyone in between. And if we could we're going to show that we actually get a better mechanism, a better price discovery, and we just solved exchange. So, this is the first day. This is live right now, like a couple hours ago. So.
Oh shit! This is the first day.
it was the first day we showed this live. Yeah, we just updated the website a couple minutes
No
ago.
way, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just stumbled across Coinbase 2.0 on day one, hour number
Jeez.
2. So ask whatever you need, my dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Jay,
like,
let me ask you a
what about if
question.
there's like a big order? Like, how do you guys, like, do you have to wait? Like, I mean,
Yeah, so you're concerned about the price, the flash crash?
I was gonna say, Jay, do you have a way of do you have a bot that's coding to show what like to simulate what a flash crash or how the exchange would handle that?
That was an older demo. So yeah, the question is how do you handle large orders? Okay, so first of all, you should not send an order larger than available liquidity, right? So there's two types of large orders. One large order is something that should get filled, but so what we're solving for are those. Every once in a while, there's a large order on Coinbase that causes a flash crash, but that the amount was not a large amount. It was like 50 million or even like 5 million, right? It wasn't like 50 billion. What we do is, so when that price gaps down and comes back up, that's called a flash crash. We could anticipate that within 2 seconds and stop it from happening. And the people that stop this from happening are a pool of liquidity, a dark pool of liquidity waiting for this to happen. And you end up paying like 2% spread, which is exactly what we're trying to provide for these guys. So if you come in really big, you should expect, to pay 2%, but you should not expect to pay 92%. And that's what we're doing. So we're removing that fear of just like a ridiculous price, which is giving you the best possible price we could for such a ridiculous order, right? But not like a price like Coinbase does. That's the difference. The difference is you're getting the fair market price without execution risk. It doesn't mean that you're going to get a good price. It means you're going to get the fair market price. And we were able to do that because we paused time for 2,000 milliseconds where people could coalesce around that order and fill you. They compete for your order. It's called auction. It's payment for order flow auctions. So we're Robinhood, but instead of having Citadel get all the money, we give all the money to you guys.
that's amazing. Wow. That's crazy.
It's GameStop 2.0, 1,000 times a second, baby. We're gonna fucking kill this thing.
So I guess another question is, if you don't mind me asking, is the Sidepit have a token? Like, is there going to be like a?
So right now we have an ordinal trading jackets, Sidepit trading jackets. We sold the first 40, and there's another mint. And these jackets double as, you get special. So in order to be part of, for example, to be part of this pool to make free money, you need a jacket, stuff like that.
Okay, so it's like an NFT kind of?
Yeah, it's an NFT, right?
Cool. How does one obtain a jacket? I want to get a jacket. How do I get a jacket?
Members.sidepit.com. And the instructions are a little complicated because for some reason I thought everyone's like not smart, but I guess everyone's pretty smart. So all you need to do is send 0.005 Bitcoin from your jacket address, from your ordinal address, to the minting address. But you have to control your custody. So we go through all the 16 steps on how to do that with Unisat, but it's not like a white list. It's not like a partially signed Bitcoin transaction. It's a straight up, we see where the transaction is coming from. We turn around and mint your jacket.
So you need a jacket in order to use the platform, or no?
Yes, it's gated. Members only.
Okay,
It's KYC. Know your crypto.
got it.
For now, I mean, you don't necessarily need a jacket if you're coming in with $100 million worth of Bitcoin. You want to make markets, right? Like there'll be delegated jackets and stuff. But if you want to be part of like certain aspects of the exchange, you need a jacket. You need certain like labels on your jacket, right? We're creating almost like a decentralized anonymous trust system, like a group trust system. And you got to understand that, the game theory is the settlement, right? So as long as nothing insane happens, everything's cool. And the definition of insane is undefined by computer science. It can only be defined by the humans. So what my example is, what if Bitcoin goes to $100,000 tomorrow? Is that insane? Maybe. What if it goes to $100 trillion tomorrow? Now that's insane. So that will never, in no system will that ever be good. So somewhere in between, there's like a point where it's no longer a real price. It's no longer feasible, right? So that's where the game theory comes in. So the attack vectors on our exchange are so out there, right? So we all agree that that will never happen because we just don't allow it to happen. And that's how we're able to create this Nash equilibrium where everyone just is there to trade and bet on the price, and because it's a positive sum game. So that's what we're trying to prove. If we could prove that, then we now have a trading pit that's virtual instead of being physical. And that's the goal.
Where did you get your inspiration to start this project?
So in 2014, when I learned about Ethereum, I actually tried to create a futures exchange for fantasy football on a blockchain. So yeah, when I realized, so I come from high frequency trading, I have 25 years Wall Street, and I knew what they did when trading went electronic, and I saw Ethereum, and I was like, this is insane. It's going to lead to crazy manipulation. And there is a way that I said, hey, you could possibly do it, but it'll be like a really large undertaking, like hundreds of $1,000,000 to build this thing. So instead of like trying to raise then, I just put in a patent for that, and it came back in 2020. So I was inspired by just seeing what happened in Wall Street in HFT, Flash Boys, and seeing that that's about to happen in blockchain. And I was trying to stop it, but it's too late to stop. So let's just try to fix it. And
I mean, I figured, bro, because like the way you were talking about like making it like a trading pit, I figured that you had like a Wall Street background just by the way you're talking. That's kind of why I asked that question. Thank you.
Yeah, so when I was consulting for this place called Quant Capital, and I was helping guys come from the soybean pits upstairs, they call it. So algos were taken over, and they hired me to code their trading pit strategies of trading soybeans, and we coded it, and they got killed. So it didn't go over. So you had all these like the best traders in the world just like leave the trading game, like almost all of them, because they can't compete with the bots. And then we realized that it's because the bots are cheating. And that was that whole like Michael Lewis thing. So Michael Lewis, the FTX guy, right? He wrote that book. He wrote the book Flash Boys way back in the day. But it's been so like part of reality now that nobody even considers it cheating anymore. And I wouldn't even say it's cheating. The blockchain side is cheating. And that's what I was trying to solve. And I just happened to have solved HFT. Now everyone hates us. So, but we don't need anyone. We just need us. And this is the best part about this protocol.
Jeez, you're like a pioneer, man. Crazy. Can you explain a little bit more about how the blockchain side is cheating? Because like I kind of understand what you mean, but not entirely.
Okay. So think of a game of rock paper scissors on the blockchain for big money. So you sign a transaction rock, and what happens? Well, the miner's just gonna sign the transaction paper and win every time. So
Okay, so it's like really easily manipulated in the back end, is what you're saying.
it's just obfuscated, and it happens in milliseconds, right? It's all obfuscated.
Wow.
So nobody sees it, and this entire Solana AMM thing, jump trading. So every time jump trading rate, and I know this is public, every time somebody gives $200 million to a blockchain, you're like, what the fuck are they giving $200 million to that blockchain? It's because they're siphoning off alpha in the back end that's not recorded anywhere. So
Holy shit.
the entire space, yeah, it's called the high frequency trading arms race. So no, now it's called the MEV arms race. So the thing about transaction ordering in EVMs is that it's unidentifiable. You cannot tell, since it's all valid, you can't tell.
You can't even, yeah, that's crazy.
It can't be identifiable.
Wow.
So in my white paper, I describe people only cheat people only cheat if they're guaranteed never to get caught, and not only that, nobody even knows they're cheating. So all you have to do, and this is what Satoshi did, all you have to do is make it transparent. And even if they could cheat, they don't cheat. And even if it's anonymous, they don't cheat. This is like proven. This is why there's never been a double spend attempt on a zero comp transaction in Bitcoin. There are merchants all over the place that accept Bitcoin, and they'll give you the item without going to a block or anything. No one's ever attempted a double spend. So this whole like obsession with trust, it's like, yeah, you could trust. Let's first start with making it transparent, making it fair, and seeing what happens. And if people don't cheat, then you just solve the problem, right? It's not a question of if they could cheat, it's probably if they do cheat, right? And that's the Nash stuff. Okay, so your question was, how do they cheat, right? So that's it, the rock, paper, scissors, and that's A. And it's so obvious that no one even tries to do an order book. So instead of doing an order book, they do an AMM. Are you familiar with those, the AMMs?
Automatic market maker. Yeah.
So an AMM is not an exchange. AMM is a dealer market. AMM requires an exchange. AMMs require the market makers to arbitrage against an exchange.
Right.
And you get something like Hex. You get something like Hex with a brilliant founder, has all the volume on AMMs and no volume on centralized exchange. And it's the most obfuscated manipulation in the history of financial markets, but he was able to do it because of this. So the reason why Hex got so big was because it was literally manipulated with AMMs.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so that's the worst side of it, but most coins have some sort of reality behind them. And if you take it a little less sinister, that's what's happening with the meme coins and Solana.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. So you know all this information, and instead of you trying to do the same thing, right, and make money doing that, you decided to be the good guy. Why?
I was paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to code C++ to do this for HFT, to be the bad guy. And I spent enough time doing that. And at least that was a little more like on the level, right? I just think this is just too obviously like, I don't know. I didn't expect it to happen actually, but I don't know. This is my way of doing it. This is my scam.
It's not a scam, but
well,
yeah.
We are getting the auction price. So if you think about it, the auction is a piece of the action. So we are going to let them, we're going to let them have their cake and eat it too. So there is like 1 or 2 seconds of degeneracy going on, but it's very limited. And at the end of the day, once again, it doesn't matter because nobody cares today. And tomorrow, it's still going to be better than they get today at Coinbase. So everybody wins.
You're trying to be like, what's that guy from ancient England? The guy who took the money from the rich and gave it to the poor. What's his name again?
Robin Hood?
Yeah, you're trying to be like a Robin Hood kind of.
Yeah, and guess what? Robinhood Exchange, the Robinhood Exchange, they make believe they're doing that, but guess who pays them? Have you heard of how Robinhood makes money?
Oh yeah, I already know about that. Yeah.
Citadel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're basically taking Citadel's profits and giving it back to the community. That's all we're doing.
That's amazing, man. I would love to be a part of this. That's amazing.
You are, dude. This is our first day. What was your name again? Freedom Warrior. Let's put him on the list.
Yeah.
Let's put him on the list. Yeah, this is it. Freedom Warrior. Free speech.
I'm all about fighting for the freedom, brother.
When did you get involved in crypto?
Oh my God. Probably like 2012.
Really?
Yeah.
So what the fuck happened to Bitcoin then?
Well, basically, I was in crypto, then I kind of I went over to Forex. So I've been really big with Forex. Like I've been trading Forex for like the past 10 years.
Oh, nice.
And now I just kind of came back into crypto like just this year recently. But I've been studying crypto for like since 2012. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I was also back then. That's crazy. I'm saying like the community was really back then. The community was really positive, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was so much better back then. So much better.
So what do you think happened? Social media?
The nature of humans, my friend. I think accessibility brings more lower IQ people.
Right, which is why our UX is terrible. Exactly.
Right? Because back then, the only way you could get Bitcoin was by mining it, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. That was like the only way you could get it. Like Dogecoin, for example. You couldn't just go on an exchange and buy it.
Right.
Yeah, so I think yeah, I would say, yeah, the more accessible crypto becomes, the more like shady shit that's going to be happening for sure. You know?
So, wow. So did you ever go on Bitcoin OTC by any chance?
No.
So that was like a IRC chat room in like 2000.
I was in the Dogecoin. I was in Dogecoin. I was in that community.
Okay, that was like Litecoin. Okay.
Yeah, I was Litecoin. So I was into Litecoin. I was mining like a bunch of Dogecoin, and I had like millions and millions of Dogecoin. Okay.
Yeah.
And they got fucking hacked because I put them on an online wallet instead of keeping them, like on a cold storage. So I had them on Dogevault, dogevault.com, because everybody was using that. Like everybody was keeping their Dogecoins on dogevault.com. And fucking I got hacked, bro. Like I got hacked millions of Dogecoin back then.
Yeah, man, that sucks.
Yeah. And so I kind of gave up on crypto after that. And then now I'm back. Yeah.
That's good. Well, you didn't miss anything because
Not really.
those were the days, dude. I was on Bitcoin OTC. So okay, you're doing Forex. Okay, you have USD BTC, you have USD EUR USD, and then you have USD JPY, right?
Right. Yeah.
So here's the story. I was in 2010. I was sitting at my desk looking at Bitcoin, saying, "Is it BTC USD or is it USD BTC?" Right? And I actually tweeted both of them, and that's how I ended up being the first to tweet the ticker symbol, because I used to work at Bloomberg in the 90s, and when the euros, God, I'm so old. When the euro started, we had that same situation. What is the ticker symbol?
What is the ticker? Is it
USD or USD EUR? God, the euro started in 99?
Well, I think it would be BTC USD, right? Would be
Yeah,
the correct symbol.
That's what I came up with. But the story ends by me tweeting the Bitcoin ticker symbol in 2012. The first one to tweet it. So that's the last time I did anything in the space that's famous until now.
I have another question actually.
Yeah.
I'm on the sidepit.com website right now, and it looks like USD BTC is like the only option to trade. Are you planning on expanding to different markets, or are you trying to just stick within like the Bitcoin ecosystem?
Okay, so we're considering Sidepit like a Reddit. So this is the Bitcoin layer 2 Sidepit.
Got it. Okay.
So in this Sidepit, we only care about one thing, and that's the price of Bitcoin to dollars. So that's it, right?
But in the future, you're open to creating other subreddits, if you will.
Yeah, well, to us, it only makes sense when it's very, very liquid and very high volume. However, something like, although I'm not into it, something like runes, right? Instead of it going to Solana, in theory, we could create a rune Sidepit. But again, this is a forwards contract. We have to first get to the spot.
Yeah.
So there's a whole, after this, there's going to be a spot market for Bitcoin. Then once there's a spot, then you could come back to crypto, unless you want to do crypto futures, right? We were going to do a 10,000. What we were going to do before the halving, and it would have been a coup, and we would have had like 10,000, 100 million users in here right now. We were going to do. Are you familiar with runes? What just happened with runes?
No.
Oh, you didn't see the Bitcoin halving $1 million blocks?
No, I've been too busy launching projects on Solana.
Good for you. So they just were paying millions of dollars in transaction fees. Millions, not even joking.
Wow.
Actually millions. Because they launched a fungible token on Bitcoin, on ordinals called runes.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. Sorry. I did hear about
that. Now
you
have right now you have all these millions of dollars that went into minting these tokens, and there's nowhere to trade them.
Yeah, because everybody was talking about doing it, and I thought it was a bad idea.
Yeah.
So I stayed away from it. But
so anyway, so now what we were gonna do is we were gonna have a futures contract to deliver 10,000 runes post halving. So we could start trading them now, right? And then the contract delivers runes in the future. And we could have launched an exchange on runes before runes was even launched.
Without the fees, like that much fees.
No, yeah, it's just a contract. You have to deliver. The trick is you punt it off the delivery. But the truth is, for something like runes, you need cash. You need spot exchange. And for a spot exchange, you need like not necessarily instant delivery, but at least like every night.
Yeah,
every night you need delivery.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem with this is like the liquidity, pretty much.
So everyone else is solving the problem of that. Everyone else is solving settlement, PBS, partially signed Bitcoin transactions, right? Atomic swaps. Everyone's solving instant settlement, but what you lose is you lose price. So you notice all these atomic swaps, they have a price feed coming in. So an exchange that requires a price feed is not an exchange. An exchange that generates price is an exchange, and you can't have both. And there's a trilemma here. So we're just going the opposite way, and we're saying, if you're really professional, you're really trader.
Can you say that again? Can you say that part again? An exchange
that requires price feed to work is not an exchange. An exchange is supposed to deliver price feed to the world, generate.
Right. Got it. Yeah.
The fundamental number one thing. It's defined in the SEC, and we don't have to like the SEC. They define it as an exchange as a place where price discovery is the main mechanisms, right? It's a place to discover price. So it's like the London fixing markets for gold. So we're going to deliver price for the rest of the markets. But like I said, if you want if you want a Sidepit, like a Solana Sidepit, let's say, would be Solana's the currency.
Yeah.
And you choose what you want to trade. It would either be the Bitcoin or the dollar, right? or Ethereum. You really want something that's very volatile. So it would either be.
I would say Solana to USD and then also Solana to Bitcoin would be okay.
So that's if you get Solana to Bitcoin, then you have the Bitcoin. So then you have the Bitcoin Sidepit, Bitcoin to dollar. Then you have think about the futures think about the futures pits. Then you have the guys like my guys would come in and make a spread contract right on the side pit. They'll make a side pit of the side pit, and that's where it'll be Solana to dollars, right? So
yeah, the reason why I say Solana to USD and Solana to Bitcoin is you obviously already have USD figured out and Bitcoin figured out. So to add Ethereum and Solana would be like
we could totally do
more.
Solana. We could do Solana to Bitcoin would be the easiest.
Yeah,
it's just not very volatile. So why do people want it? I'm trying to understand. Do people want to speculate on Solana?
It's Solana. A lot of people. There's like the volume on Solana is ridiculous, right? So.
But why?
I guess the transaction cost would be the biggest thing.
Yeah, listen. Once we get it, there'll be people. We could turn this. It's not made for It's not made for 1,000 tickers. It's made for the biggest tickers, like the E-mini S&P. Right.
Got it. Yeah.
Because what's behind it is every node has to run the stock exchange. So yeah, we say anyone could run a node, but you have to be running like the Nasdaq.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you want other people, you could run a node on your own in your desktop, but if you want other people to listen to your node, you have to treat them like you're an exchange and they're a customer.
Right.
And then.
So how much do you recommend someone has in liquid capital in order to like provide liquidity?
Oh, you could. Okay, so to provide liquidity right now, you don't need a node or anything. You just need to write to the APIs.
No, I mean like if you want to run a node and also like.
Yeah, so that whole story I just said about nodes is not even a real thing now. Like there's only one node, right?
Got it.
So the first step was making this consensus mechanism. So what we do is it's called an echo server. Everyone sends the orders to api.sidepit.com, and sidepit.com broadcasts it to the world, and it's all deterministic from there.
Right.
And so it's all deterministic because of the auction process.
So you make money. We make money. Like Sidepit makes money from the
every second
fee, but the fees are not as much as like.
No, Sidepit makes money every second. Whoever the auction price. That's really it. Okay, so now you want to turn this into a token? Here you go. Every time someone makes a trade, it's a passive. The aggressor gets 1 DEX coin. It's very simple.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
There's a passive guy. The market maker doesn't get anything. The market taker gets 1 DEX coin, and you just basically created a token, and now you have DEX coin. And everyone's happy. The market maker's happy because he's getting a better price because you're getting a DEX coin, right? So you're basically buying it, kind of buying it from the market maker.
Right.
Yeah, you are buying it from the market maker. Shit.
Yeah.
This is a good idea, dude.
You're welcome.
Holy crap. Yeah, maybe we could get this. Problem is, it's not a meme coin. People don't want to hear the story behind it. They just want to see the dog.
I think it could be big, man. Because at the end of the day, like with Web3, it's all about innovation, and I think you've done that here. So at the end of the day, now it's just about marketing and trying to get the word out there and make people use it.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. We're raising a pre-seed round to do marketing. That's basically where we're at. We'll start tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm down to help, bro.
Perfect. Yeah. So come to yeah, it's on the website. We just added it today too. Come to Discord and Telegram. Are you in? I'm in California.
I'm in Canada. I'm in Toronto.
Oh, I love Toronto.
I hate it here. No, I love Toronto, but lately it's been tough, man. I mean, like the exchange rate's terrible. It's just I don't know. Like I'd much rather be in the state. Like I'd much rather live in the US, you know?
Well, you know what? Once we get funding, we're hiring people, a lot of people.
That'd be nice.
So you never know.
Yeah. I mean, I have to like I'm gonna read up more, and it was actually Will that brought me here.
Oh, cool.
So I'm gonna like, read into it more and try to pick your guys' brains a little bit more and see what I can help with. But yeah, I think it's a great idea. It's a great idea.
But you've
But
been
like you said, like it's people are so interested in like just degenning on meme coins and shit like that. Like, how do you get people interested in something that's actually like important? You know what I mean? To the health of like like the ecosystem.
Yeah, but you know how you need to flash money. You need to flash.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
flash wealth.
that's right.
That's the only way.
I already know actually a few whales that I could pitch this to.
Yeah, that's what we want. We love to have money outside the DC world right now.
Yeah, I like I'm in a couple groups of whales that are looking for stuff like this. So say no more, bro.
All right. Yeah. Cool, man. Well, let's continue this in Discord, guys. My wife's about to divorce me. I gotta run. Anybody else want to step up? You guys can finish up.
It was nice to meet you, by the way, man. Like, I mean,
Yeah, man.
it was a pleasure. Yeah.
Do you have a name, or we call you Freedom Warrior?
You can call me Freedom. Yeah.
Freedom. I got you, man. Following you. Peace, dude. It's good to see you, man. It's nice to put you to bump into us. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. We're starting with the real people in the streets.
Yeah. I love that.
I don't know if William's still there. You still there, William?
I'll join the community though. I'll be in the Discord and
Yeah, man. We're gonna do it for real. Yeah, for real. Come by. We'll
Hey, sorry, I'm just dealing with the delay on my computer and hearing it and trying to respond to it and trying to sync everyone up. It's just a little difficult. Not to mention the bug where I can't hear Jay on my phone because X like can't fix this bug. It's been happening for weeks, so all that just made it a little difficult to make this more streamlined.
somebody's making money off the difference.
latency arbitrage, baby.
No, it's a frequency arbitrage. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, I'm out of here, but I'll be back.
Guys. All right, later.
Peace. Nice to meet you, Jay. Take it easy.
There we go, dude. Success. I gotta run. Love you guys. We're gonna kill this thing. So follow next time. Get you up. I gotta run. Love you guys. We're gonna kill this thing.
All right, so I can close it here.